I'm going to share something very personal with you. In my healing journey from narcissistic abuse, I reached my inner child at some point. I reached my inner child in effort to remove the trauma, to remove the blockages, to remove the hurt, to remove the pain, to remove the various forms of narcissistic abuse that I've experienced throughout this life. And you know what I discovered? Take a guess. When I was face to face with my inner child, take a guess at what I discovered about attempting to remove the trauma and the pain and the narcissistic abuse that I've experienced. I'll tell you what I discovered. I discovered that it can't be removed. There is no removing the trauma from your life. There is no removing the narcissistic abuse that's taken place. There is no removing. Now, I'm not trying to shatter your dreams and shatter your hopes of having all the gunk and the pain removed from your life, because there is hope. After all, I am here talking to you, and I have something very exciting to share with you. Stay with me, because you need this message more than you realize. My name is Kevin. This is The Royal We. Now, before I get deeper into this message with you, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. Telephone calls and video calls are available. I also have a coaching program. My coaching program is live and in person each and every day. It's community-centered. I give you a diary. I give you a journal, and we will map out your 2024 to get you to a place of being healed, where you are connected with your inner child. Those of you who are into meeting that inner child, right? So head on down there, schedule some time with me. Now then, I want to share with you what it was really like when I met my inner child. Are you ready? I came face to face with this inner child, and I was just broken down. I was on my knees in agony and in pain. It was the moment where everything that I've experienced, from the abuse, from growing up around narcissistic parents and having teachers, and just the narcissism that we all experience in this world. And I met my inner child. And at this moment, I was on my knees, and it was painful. The pain was there as I was face to face with my inner child. It was so painful that I started crying out to God on my knees. And this is what I said. I said, it's too much. I will do anything to take away that pain. I'll do anything to go back in time and to erase the various abuses that I've experienced in my life. I will do anything. I was ready to make a deal and to plead with God, remove it from my life, remove the pain. And here's the response I got back. Kevin, okay, if we could go back in time and we remove the pain, we remove the narcissism that you've come face to face with, we remove the trauma that you've suffered through, but are still living, we'll remove all this stuff, but here's what's going to happen as a part of this deal, as a part of this bargain that you want to make. We will also take from you the royal we. We will also take from you the things that you're doing now. We will take everything. You see, I realized at that moment, and I said, stop. I said, stop. No, I don't want anything removed now. I don't want my life removed now. I just wanted that removed. You see, there was a failure to connect the reality that that equals this. But now herein lies the problem. Many of you are going to say, but Kevin, how do you go on then? And many of you are in this place. Well, I can't go on with that pain in the inner child. Yes, you can. I promise you, because I am. But this is how. You see, I realized that this life, this vessel here, your vessel, your body, your mind, your spirit, is not about subtraction. Don't buy in to this idea and this concept that you can subtract from your life the traumas that you've experienced, that you can just subtract from your life the pain that you've encountered, that you can subtract from your life the narcissism that you've had to face. Life is not about subtraction when it comes to your being. It's only about addition. Once I got through all of that and I realized I can't remove it, it's not going anywhere, it needs to be compartmentalized, then I was able to have an honest conversation with my inner child. Finally. Which is where each and every one of us need to be. You need to be at a place where you're ready to have an honest conversation with your inner child. That's all you can do. You don't want to remove anything from your inner child. You want to have a conversation that's honest. And this is what I said. I said, inner child Kevin, little Kevin, what do you want? What can we do? I know these horrible things have happened, but what do you want? And my inner child said this: I want to be loved and I want to have fun. Can we do that? And my response was, yes, we can do that. We can live. Let's go. Listen, to finish this message, I want to take you with me. Come with me. Let's go.
You see, what I'm doing right now is I'm tapping into my inner child. See, one of the things that I've learned about healing from narcissistic abuse is you cannot just go down into your inner child and try to pull out blockages or pull out whatever, pull out hurts, pull out traumas, any of that nonsense. That's not what healing is all about. That, my friends, is what psychologists and counselors want to do. They want to keep you on a hamster wheel. Keep coming back as we try to pull out what's blocking that inner child. Pull out. It's all about subtracting. Let's subtract. Let's subtract. The problem with this is that it leaves you empty. Your mind doesn't want to be empty. Your body, your spirit doesn't want to be empty. It wants to be full. So while you're focusing on just pulling out and emptying the blockages that's blocking your inner child, you're leaving a big void in your life. And when you leave a big void in your life, your body, your mind, your inner child has nothing to do except focus on the negativity, focus on the drama. You're still that little child sitting in a room with nothing to do, with parents telling you you can't do this, you can't do that. You've got to sit in your room and you've got to think, because that, my friends, is what psychologists and counselors essentially do when they tell you, let's just focus on pulling out that inner child hurt, that inner child trauma. I promise you, you've got to do more than that. You see, the truth about what's really going to help you is not getting inside of you and pulling out what's blocking the inner child. You've got to get in there and you've got to push out what's blocking that inner child. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am pushing out what's blocking the inner child. I'm pushing out all the rules and all the things that they say that you've got to sit and do and think about. I'm pushing it out with activity. I'm pushing it out by doing things that excite me. And this makes sense now, doesn't it? I want you to think about your inner child. Think about any child for that matter. What does a child want? What did you want? I'll tell you what you wanted. 2 things only. 3 things. To be fed, obviously, right? And then 2 other things. 1 is love. You wanted to be loved. But 2 is you wanted to play. That's it. You wanted to eat, to be loved, and to play. It's as simple as that, folks. You didn't want to sit around as a child and talk to a psychologist or a therapist and get deep into stuff. You wanted to eat, you wanted love, and you wanted to play. And it's like we've forgotten how to do that. You see, the missing piece in your healing journey from narcissistic abuse is the play. You're eating, right? You're getting love somewhere, you should be, or you're giving love somewhere, you should be, even if it's just loving yourself. Because at some point in life, you can love yourself. But the third missing piece is play. are you playing? Are you pushing out all the negativity of what you've been told you cannot do in this life? Are you pushing that out with exciting things? Are you making yourself do stuff? Are you making yourself get out there and shock your system into doing something new? Since I've been riding a motorcycle, folks, I haven't had a ruminating thought since. I moved to the Midwest. I was ruminating every damn day. Every day. It wasn't until I said, I've got to do something, I tapped into that inner child, because that inner child of mine wanted to play. When I was younger, that's all I wanted to do was play. That's what I had to tap into to get back out there and play again. You know, when I was ruminating, I oftentimes asked myself this question. I said, why was it I grew up in a pretty abusive household? Why was it that for some reason I wasn't ruminating? Despite it being pretty abusive, I never ruminated. I didn't dwell on it. Not like I did as I aged. As I was trying to think about this, why? Why did I not ruminate when I was younger, but why as I've aged now do I ruminate all the time? And it came down to this. You ready? You already know the answer. It's because I'm bored. When I was younger, I had so much activity going on in my life. I was on the football team in high school. I ran track. I was doing all kinds of stuff. In theater, I had so much going on in my life. I was like a child playing, and I had no room for negativity in my life. As I aged, I stopped all that stuff. And don't we all? We stop doing the things that we enjoy. We stop doing things that are meaningful. And it's no wonder all our minds can focus on is the negativity. All our minds can focus on is the drama and the trauma, because sadly, it's the only thing that excites you. Listen, I'm here as a coach, not to get you stuck watching videos. I'm not here to keep you on the phone with me, even though I take appointments. I'm not the type of coach that says, oh, I want to talk to you. I want you to call me again in a month. I want to stay in touch with you once every 2 weeks as we dig out your inner child. All this nonsense. Nope. I'm here to tell you that I want to put you on a path and on a plan. Something that's going to bring excitement back into your life. Something that's going to take you out there and go get them. You won't need to talk to me. You won't need to talk to anybody. Oftentimes, if you're not careful talking, psychologists, counselors, it's a trap. You don't need that. You need to get your butt outside and do some fun stuff. Shock yourself. Listen, I'm Kevin. This is the Royal We. And I am here to support you. As I said before, down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. So head on down there and schedule some time with me. And I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. Bye.